Let's see, what am I missing here? Oh yeah. Hat, check. Sunglasses, check. Pepsi, check. Notes, check. Sources, check. And thick skin, check. Let's go. Welcome back to Going to Blue Dude, everybody, and all we do here is college football. So if you're a college football fan, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, feel free to send gear to represent you and your team. Look around. That's what my background is made of. So if you want to be a permanent part of Going to Blue Dude and my background, send gear to represent yourself and your team to P.O. Box 360, Liberty, South Carolina 29657. Ah, yes. Good old ACC. Wow. From Swanson, the previous ACC commissioner, making that terrible TV deal and grant of rights, and then they get Jim Phillips, and they think that he's going to turn things around, and he's starting to not make good decisions, not say the right things even. I don't understand the ACC. I really don't. What is, y'all answer me first. What is driving conference realignment? What is it? Is it basketball? No. Football? It's football. Yes, you are correct. Football is driving conference realignment. It's literally why the Big Ten chose USC and UCLA, because of the TV viewership and how much money they're going to make off the TV viewers in the city of Los Angeles. That's why they took them. So the ACC is stuck back in time. But even if that's the case, can't you at least say the right thing? Can't you at least pretend to know what's going on? This is baffling. So Jim Phillips, the ACC commissioner, comes out and talks about the unified effort between all the conferences, and of course Notre Dame, because they're not part of a conference, to get the playoff expansion started in 2024. Not 2026, 2024. And he claims that the ACC is leading the way. Right now, the playoffs are set to expand to 12 by 2026, but according to Jim Phillips, all 10 FBS commissioners, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren, Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark, himself, the ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips, the Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff, AAC Commissioner Michael Oresco, the Sun Belt Commissioner Keith Gill, Mountain West Commissioner Craig Thompson, MAC Commissioner John Steinbrecher, Conference USA Commissioner Judy McLeod, and of course the Notre Dame Athletic Director Jack Swarbrick. They want the playoffs to be expanded in 2024, and Jim Phillips says that the ACC is leading the way. So far, he hasn't said anything stupid. That's actually pretty smart, acting like the ACC, we're leading the way. We want playoff expansion to happen in 2024. That's pretty smart right there. But if he would have stopped right there, that would probably have been the right thing to do. But he didn't stop there. He kind of wanted to add on to it. He said, you know what? Not only do we want the playoffs to be expanded, but we also want the big dance, the NCAA tournament, to be expanded. What? What are you talking about, Jim Phillips? There's already 68 teams in the NCAA tournament. No. He wants it to be bigger. He wants all 32 conference champions from the conference tournament to get automatic bids, and then 64 at-large bids duke it out in the first round. Winner goes on to play a conference champion in the second round. I mean, that's a bit ambitious. I'm not totally against that. Let me be clear on this. I am not totally against that idea, but that's a lot of teams, and you're saying that the winner of every conference tournament gets an automatic bid. You got to realize sometimes the best team in the conference doesn't win those tournaments. So to award that team not only with an automatic bid, which already exists, that's fine, but also a bye on top of that, I'm not so sure about that. I am not so sure about that. And so we're going from 68 teams to 96 teams. Wow, that is a massive NCAA tournament. He goes on to say the reason this needs to be done is because the NCAA Basketball National Championship is the crown jewel of all college championships. Whoa there, Jim Phillips. That's making a big mistake. You're literally saying that the college basketball national championship is higher, more important than the college football national championship. And that's just not true. That is not true at all. Not even close. Why would you say that, man? Do you not realize that you're in the middle of conference realignment and the ACC could be next on the menu? Do you not realize that? Have you not heard the rumors that Clemson, North Carolina, Virginia, and Florida State might want to go to the SEC to make more money? And arguing the term basketball, that is not going to raise your TV deal. It's football that you need to be arguing. What were you thinking when you said that? That's so stupid. The ACC is already on thin ice. The only thing that's keeping them together right now is the grant of rights. That's it. And maybe that does keep them together till 2036, but what then after that? What happens after that? Well, if you keep arguing basketball, you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of teams. You're going to get picked apart. And maybe you might have the same fate as the Big East had. You get dissolved and reformed, and boom, you're a Group of 5 conference. But still a good basketball conference, right? My gosh, Jim Phillips, you have got to learn what to say and what not to say. Even if that's how you truly feel, which obviously it is, keep it to yourself, man. Keep it to yourself. That was a stupid thing to say. And one of the biggest arguments as to why he said that was, there's more basketball schools than football schools in the ACC. I'm not so sure about that. The for sure basketball schools in the ACC are Syracuse, Wake Forest, Louisville, North Carolina, Duke, and Virginia. That's 6. The other schools I think are football schools. Maybe there's a couple of them that could be argued are basketball schools, but I think these teams in the ACC are actually football schools. And I'm counting Notre Dame, by the way. Clemson, they're a football school. Florida State, football school. NC State, football school. Boston College, they're a football school. Historically, Boston College is a football school. They're not any good right now, but they are a football school, guys. Georgia Tech, historically a football school. In fact, they won a national championship in the early 90s. People forget about it, but they are a football school. Pitt is a football school. They have a lot of history in football. They haven't been all that great in a while, except for last year when the ACC. But Pitt was pretty good in the 1970s in football. So historically, Pitt is a football program. Miami, the Canes, of course, a football program. Virginia Tech, historically, football program, no doubt about it. And Notre Dame, we all know that Notre Dame is a football program first. So whenever I say basketball program or football program, I'm saying that particular sport comes first. If you're a basketball school, basketball comes first. If you're a football school, football comes first. So in my opinion, I think there's only 6 true basketball schools in the ACC that put basketball first. So even that argument doesn't hold up in my opinion. Maybe there's a couple of these other schools that are labeled as football schools that could be kind of sort of argued as a basketball school, but still at best you're looking at 50-50. You are risking losing your higher brands by focusing on basketball over football. That's just insane to me. That makes no sense. It's like you want the ACC to dissolve. Does Jim Phillips want the ACC to dissolve? No, he doesn't, but he's sure saying stupid stuff to make it happen. Dude, focus on football. Football is priority. Football will make or break the ACC. And the ACC without Clemson, Florida State, North Carolina, Virginia, Miami, Virginia Tech isn't going to exist for very much longer. I promise you, you're not going to exist very much longer if you lose those brands. So get your focus back on football. Worry about your TV deals so you can keep those football schools. Otherwise, the ACC is going to perish. Are you listening to me, Jim Phillips? My gosh, I don't get it. I really don't. He really thinks that basketball is more important than football. I really didn't think he was that stupid, but he really is. He said that stuff. My gosh, the ACC might be doomed. That might be the bottom line. The ACC might be doomed. Now let me know in the comments section. Number 1, do you think that the ACC is doomed because of what he's saying, acting like basketball is more important than football? Number 2, do you like his idea of the NCAA tournament actually being expanded to 96 teams? And number 3, did you agree with my list of the schools that I labeled as basketball schools and of the schools that I labeled as football schools? This should be a good one. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.